Mr. Primetime.
Cheers. Good to see you again. Hopefully a better show tonight.
What do you mean a better show? The shows are always good. What's the problem?
Well, not so much the show, I guess the ending and all the chaos from Tuesday. But I'm sure Tyrone will stir that up tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. I have not talked to him yet, so we gotta start doing some follow. You know what? I'm gonna text him right now.
I even got the mouse ready. I figure I'll handle the comments Tuesday, give you a break with that, let you and Tyrone kind of do your thing.
Let me text them now. So make sure you still in for tomorrow.
Probably not.
Probably not.
No.
So
you were like Tyrone yesterday. All your excuses. I was waiting for you to come down the shore.
You have
12
no
hours,
idea.
Man. Got there at 7:00. Went for a little run. I thought you were gonna join me then. Nope.
I got fucking.
Go down to Donovan's at 9. Grabbed a drink. Nothing.
How was it? Was it good?
Yeah, it was awesome, dude. It was crowded, but not too crowded. You know, there was parking.
The weather was weird. The weather started out like cloudy, then became like beautiful. It was crazy.
By 10:00, it was perfect. Like the sun was going in and out for a little bit early on, and then 10:00, it was perfect.
What's up, everybody? Yeah,
Elias, I just saw that home run in the background. Mets are playing like shit though. They had like 4 errors in the first 2 innings.
I didn't get the message Sleeveless Monday. No, I don't have that.
Sun's out, guns out, baby.
I don't have the same power that Primetime has.
I'm trying to go for a little cleanse. I'm trying to eliminate most sugar, except for the drinks I had yesterday.
Yeah, no, I've got so much nonsense going on in my life right now. It's just ridiculous.
So if you don't make it next weekend, I give up.
I'm down.
All right.
My deadline. I got like 11 days. So it's what's up?
That's like.
What's Lindor when you need him? So your weekend was good. So Primetime, I guess we have tomorrow is the rookies report tomorrow, and there's a little minor concern is that we have 3 rookies that are not signed yet.
Yep.
Wilson, Vera Tucker, and Elijah Moore. So usually that's the whole thing is, no panic, don't panic, don't panic. I think Wilson could drag out longer than the other 2, but are you surprised by any of this?
A little bit, just because Trevor Lawrence signed already. Usually that sets the market, but we know Wilson, he's got some tough agents, and we remember the Darnold negotiations with all the offset language that was involved with that. So you can only imagine, I guess, what they're asking for, but you would think at least, Vera Tucker and Moore, I think is the other one, right, that haven't signed yet.
Yep.
So, hopefully this gets done quick, and hopefully at least they're there tomorrow, not missing out on, some reps and stuff.
Dad, will you let me out of my cage and go to training camp? Yes, I will. Zach, you can go on the 31st. We'll let you go to that one. You can come with me in prime time. So you're definitely out of your cage for this one.
How disappointing would it be if Zach Wilson's not there for that first day of camp?
Could you imagine the first day of open practice and Zach Wilson? We're watching fucking James Morgan and Mike White. Could you imagine?
They can't let that happen.
I would go into that practice so hammered. Even at the 10 o'clock practice, I'd go in there hammered as hell. I got to sit there and watch James Morgan practice. Oh, Jesus.
I don't think they would do that.
But that's an interesting storyline. Other than that, it's a lot of positivity, man. You look at all the analysts all across the NFL, giving Jets a lot of positivity. If you have a chance, Sports Illustrated, the MMQB,
saw that.
Excellent write-up on Saleh, man. Yep. Excellent write-up on him, the relationship with Douglas, their philosophies, how they interact. It's a really interesting read, man.
And I loved what Saleh was saying today about how, like, right now everything's like a honeymoon, can't do anything wrong, but like the true test is going to come. Like once they get to training camp season, things start going wrong. How do players react? How do they handle adversity? Like that's what I'm most excited to see about with Saleh. And even like, when like players do some stupid shit, like we remember with Wilkerson, like missing all the meetings and being late all the time. Bowles never did anything to hold him accountable for that. So, the first test that Saleh has with the veteran player that's making some money, how does he handle that? What's the penalty? Is he going to bench somebody for a quarter? Is he going to sit him out? Like, what does he do? So,
there's a lot of things. It's a test for him. It's a test for the coaching staff. It's a test for the leadership in the locker room. Like, who's going to be the leader that emerges and be like, listen, we got to cut this shit out. Like, who's going to hold the guys accountable? Apparently, it's like it could be like guys like CJ Mosley, maybe Marcus May. Who knows what his mindset is if he reports what he does. But it's a good test, and that's like. When a guy's not playing well, do you let a young guy play ahead of him? If a guy gets banged up, who steps up? It's a lot of different things. And I like that mindset about him because he's being honest. Like right now on Jets social media, everything is positive. If you mention any kind of hesitancy, like any kind of maybe you get roasted.
Attacked. You get attacked by everybody.
It's a honeymoon for everybody. Everybody's happy. Everybody's positive. Everybody's great. We have 22 Pro Bowlers. We have a Hall of Fame coach. Everything is great until somebody gets hurt or something goes wrong, and then you see how everybody reacts to it. And it could be anything, man. And it's going to be really interesting to see how he handles it. I like the way he has it prepared. I like the mindset. I think it's going to be much, much different than years past, it seems like.
Yeah. And I'm fine with the honeymoon right now. I mean, Salah's done nothing to, give you any questions right now. Joe Douglas, you could have some questions about, but you can kind of also see the long-term vision that he's trying to plan for. So I feel like everybody deserves a clean slate going into this year, fresh start, see what they have. And, if they give you reason to doubt them, or you start questioning the direction, you start seeing maybe 2 years in a row of some questionable draft choices, then you can have some questions at the end. But for right now, brand new start. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, the contract, all the parameters are already there, man. Like this is even Damian Woody's like, I don't understand why these guys are like, Vera Tucker and Elijah Moore. Like, what the pricing's there. Like everybody knows what it is at this point. So it's interesting.
Well,
I mean,
that's why I mentioned the offset language, because I guess with Darnold, they were concerned about if the Jets moved on from him after year 3, that he wouldn't get the guarantees, I guess, that were in year 4, year 5. Exactly. So I guess that's probably some of the language that, Wilson might be fighting for, assuming that the money is guaranteed at this point.
Thoughts on Colin Clownhurst, Johnny? Colin Cowherd is such a fraud. He does this shit on purpose at this point. He's a hater. I mean, he's the same guy that liked Adam Gase and said, "Where's my championship shirt?"
Adam Gase plus Greg Williams plus Sam Darnold equals AFC championship or something like that. I remember that tweet too.
Right now, it's like hot take season to try to get as many reactions as you can to build up your social media following. He's the kind of guy where he wants you to hate him, so you react to him and you follow him just to get all his bullshit out. And it's
no different than most of the media that covers our team. So
yeah, it's all the same shit, man. It's whatever. It's just such a weird, like social media right now with the Jets is so friggin' strange, man. It is just weird.
That's why I avoid most of it.
Yeah, I mean, they would have to pay me to watch James Morgan practice. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if we have to go on the 31st and he's practicing, Primetime's got his hands full at me. I'm just gonna be.
I wouldn't mind watching him with the second team, seeing what he does, but first unit, no thanks.
How do you guys feel with the new beat reporter DJ? I don't really have an opinion, man. I think he's.
I liked him early on, and now I feel like almost every day when I do log on to Twitter and just like kind of see what the news is, like he's popping on to different people that are like questioning certain things, or like he's always trying to like keep his name out there. You could see why, he's trying to establish some kind of relationship with the Jet fans and whatnot. But as a Dolphin fan, some of his opinions I'm not a huge fan of, so I'll leave it at that.
I mean, I think you'll really learn about him once like you get into the heart of like the training camp and there's battles going on and everything else. Then you kind of see what kind of takes he has. Yeah. Don't mind the ambulance going by right now.
What's going on over there?
Who knows, dude? It's just nuts. Good evening.
What's up, Don?
Yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free to fire them out because we will answer whatever you want. Then tomorrow night we'll bring up Tyrone has responded. Let's see what he says.
Bad cell phone area?
Oh, here it goes.
No coverage?
Depending on time, Wednesday would be better. What are we doing here? Well, prime time, it's me and you.
Unreal.
So we'll figure something out. But
maybe we'll do a Wednesday show too.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? What are you, nuts?
I don't know.
Nobody's going to want to talk to us.
You're right.
So he's already starting his shit. Let's see. We got rookies report tomorrow. Exciting. A lot of exciting position battles to watch. The secondary linebackers, just getting everybody on the field at once. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. This is probably the most excited I've been about a training camp for what? It's got to be since probably Sam Darnold's rookie year, I would think.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Right.
That year was pretty exciting. Even the first year with Adam Gase, I felt like in the back of our minds we kind of knew eventually like what would happen there. But there was still like some kind of hope. We hired an offensive coach. Maybe he can turn some things around.
We knew it was going to be a disaster, though.
That training camp, though, like I still remember, like some of the videos are still up, like on our YouTube. Like I remember, like leaving some of those training camps, and I was like, "Wow, like the offense actually looks functional." Like
some of his drills were interesting too. Like, yeah,
it's like you could see why, like there was, some kind of hope going into that year, but quickly eroded. Yeah,
no, Tyrone's good. Now we're at like, well, maybe Wednesday. Like we have nothing else to, Oh. Oh boy, I'll talk to you guys.
First show.
Yep, complete. It's ridiculous. Yep, already a left turn. When is Wednesday ever better? I agree. We'll do something. I'll figure something out. We'll. He's stuck. We should put. I should call him and put him on speaker. But like, dude, everybody's pissed at you now.
I don't get it. Like, even if he's driving, like I have the little camera mount. I do my videos in the car while I'm driving. Like, just turn on the camera and just don't look at it.
Yeah, no, they're the same thing, man. I just, it's very, very simple to do. I think different teams have different schedules. I think 3 teams are actually reporting this week. The Jets are reporting on the 27th. So I think it's based at different teams, I think.
Well, I know like new head coaches, they get to do some things earlier.
Yeah.
That might have just been for mini camp. I'm not sure if that translates to training camp or not.
Yes. Jose did his video on Tom McDonald. And I'll tell you what, you don't have to be a fan of Tom McDonald, but his new song Withdrawals is deep, man. It is all about his battles with drugs and alcohol and just being sober and staying sober. It is a powerful, powerful song, man. Like him or hate him, check it out. Really cool. And then
I see Jose roasting ESPN too.
Yeah, no, Jose did a really good job, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the Hall of Fame games report early. What else we got here? Stop all payments, Tyrone. Have you guys gone through a Jets schedule and predict wins and losses? I'm curious what you think. I haven't done that. I don't know if Primetime has done that. I don't really like to do that too much, but I'm kind of in the 6 or 7 wins for this team and hoping for like really competitive games and late in the season. To me, this is like a true rebuild year where you have new coach, new quarterback, all new systems, a whole lot of new players. I'm not putting like a lot of, I want to see them be competitive. I think they can do some really good things, but I'm not talking playoffs. Like some people are like, oh, they're going to surprise everybody and go 11-6. And I'm not there. I mean, maybe after 4 weeks of the season, we see things that we're surprised about, but like, I'm not going to fire at that hot take now. Not all the change are going through.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's so hard to do that early on when usually midway through the year you're talking about like 6 or 7 different quarterbacks that have already changed, guys that are injured, teams that have half their roster injured. We experienced that last year. So it's always hard to do that. But certain things in the schedule I like. I think they have a pretty favorable schedule early on. And then if you look at December, I remember it's the 2 Florida teams that are traveling East Coast with Tampa and Jacksonville. So I think that's in our favor. So
but like there's so many things we don't know. Like we don't even know what Zach Wilson is. We don't know what this offense is, the defense is. Like
we don't know what anything is. We don't know what Sal is. We don't know what Joe Douglas is.
We don't know what CJ Mosley's going to be. CJ Mosley coming back. What kind of player is he going to be?
Everything's a toss up right now.
Yes, they will. They were already there now. They were there in minicamp, so they've already been there.
Good old days.
Any reason why Wilson has not signed his deal yet? Good question.
Wish I knew.
Yeah, I mean could be random question. Where do you think our special teams units will rank? I think they should be. Well, the kicker's an unknown, so that's going to be a problem. Yeah. I think the kick coverage is going to be improved because you have a lot more athletes now. You have a lot more speed, a lot more athleticism, which always pays dividends. They look like they're going to be pretty hungry, pretty fiery. I mean, what do you think? I think the kickoff coverage and punt coverage would be a lot better.
No,
return game, chest and speed.
Completely agree with the coverage units. I wonder who's going to take the return job. But yeah, kicker right now, don't really know who that's going to be. I would assume Ficken probably wins it. And then, hopefully you get a little bit more out of Braden Mann. As a draft pick for a punter, usually you expect that guy to, come in and do a little bit better than he did last year. I think he finished bottom 3rd. So I'd like to see a little more out of him.
What's up, Tyson and Prime? Hope you're well. You're Prime drinking seltzers tonight in your honor.
Cheers, Jimmy. Well done.
What kind of seltzers are you drinking, Jimmy? Tell us who you're drinking.
I still got my Truly needs. They added a watermelon now. They got rid of the black cherry and they added a watermelon.
What, the lemonades?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I'll take a look at my box.
Yep.
I tell you, I bought the fruit punch ones. I'm trying to get through those. They're a little bit rough.
Yeah. Aftertaste, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's talk some UFC. What do you want to talk about? Misha Tate was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Loved it. Excellent.
I have some bad news to report.
All your bets were wrong.
Well, no. So the betting video that I did, I hit 4 out of 6, which isn't bad. I just did the parlay there. But because one of the losses happened early on, I figured I always want to have something in play going into the final 2 fights to make it interesting. So I had nothing in play. So I was like, all right, I'll throw a couple bucks because I figured Misha Tate wins it late. Same thing with Makhachev. So I threw a few bucks on rounds 2 and 3 for Tate, rounds 3 and 4 for Makhachev. And of course, Misha Tate wins in round 3, Makhachev wins in round 4. So $1 bet hit 284 for me on that.
There you go.
So I was going to buy you drinks yesterday for that.
Sorry, dude. I
didn't celebrate it because I didn't get to post it. So
yeah, I'm around this weekend. My deadline is fast approaching, so I'll be around. There you go.
Same area?
Who knows, man? Space Jam 2 thoughts.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, I probably won't watch
it. Usually I don't like remakes.
Yeah, I don't watch. I mean, I just doesn't really interest me. Yeah, we criticize everybody, man. Punter, I ripped the punter last year for his little. He's always good for one good shank a game.
I was gonna say, he was a good tackler, I guess, but you're paying him to punt. So when you draft a guy, you're expecting him to. I would think be top 15, top 20 at least. So I'd like to see a little more out of him.
Any chance you guys go in the Eagles game? I'm from Philly, and I'm going with 15 Eagles fans. I'd love to show them how the Jets tailgate.
I don't know if I want to go to Philly. Might not make it back.
That game's there, right? That game is there here.
Must be there.
I mean, I could be. I mean, I've been the two Eagles games. Neither one of them ended well for me.
Really?
Fans are just animals, dude. They're just animals. They just terrorize. Yeah, it's here. I thought.
All right, so yeah, we'll be there.
That's what game is that? That's the last one, isn't it? The 20.
It is.
It's the third one.
December 5th.
I'm down. They had the preseason game. You talking about the preseason game or the?
They're both home for the Jets.
Oh, I'm down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. We'll do it. That's nothing wrong with that. Eagles, Jets. What can go wrong with that? Two crazy Jet fans. I mean, two crazy fan bases. Yeah, that's been the big rumor. Deshaun Watson, the Eagles, Deshaun Watson, and the Miami Dolphins. So that'll be very interesting to see how that plays. I already said I would, man. You're out of your cage. If you keep talking shit, you can go back in your cage and just stay in there. So did everybody watch my film breakdown too? I did my first film breakdown in the history of Let's Talk Jets Radio. The first one, man.
I have something to dispute on that still.
What? What are we disputing?
I still dispute the notion that I threw up.
Dude, let's say you didn't throw up. Did you say you spit on yourself? Is it backwash? What was it?
Called spitting up. I mean, it was a slight burp. That's not a throw up. It's like the same thing. Like
if it goes down your throat and it comes back and ends up on your shirt, where's it going?
Pants.
Well, no. If it goes down, then it comes what? Back up?
That's not a full throw up, though.
So now we have throw up categories.
You drink 12 ounces of liquid and like that much comes back up. You spit up a little bit. That's all.
That was more than spit, dude. That was complete. There was head movement there.
No, because I thought it was a burp and I realized, oh shit, it didn't all go down yet.
Yeah,
so
you said, oh shit, I'm gonna throw up.
No, it wasn't. Ridiculous. I redeemed myself with the shoey though. I was happy with that.
Yes, I mean that was so. If you missed it, we have our first.
Afram's 100% right. It was like a shark from the mouth. That's exactly what it was.
Exactly, Ryan. Ryan's got it right. So if you missed it, we did a film breakdown for the first one. Yeah, I mean, this is the one concerning thing about primetime. I think he mimicked Gay so much. There's times where he goes back into that role, and it's kind of concerning. So the excuses come firing out.
It's the lack of consistency, I think. It's exactly what it is.
Let's see. What do you think about our running back depth chart look like this season? Hope they keep Josh Adams. Well, Primetime did a good video on that. I think Tevin Coleman probably gets the early start to get the offense running. Then I think they're going to try to probably get Michael Carter involved. I think after that, it's going to be Ty Johnson. I don't think Josh Adams is in the mix, to be honest with you. I think Piron's they're going to be fighting for reps, man. Big
question on Piron, I think he's got to show a little bit more explosiveness this year. You figure there's going to be better blocking up front. But yeah, I think the hope is that, Michael Carter eventually, takes over as your lead back. I don't know if there's going to be a consistent number one. I think it's probably going to be a backfield by committee. You're probably going to see a lot of Coleman mixed in there. But ideally, I'm always a big fan of using your young running backs while they're in their prime early on, while you're getting them cheap. So, shelf life is usually pretty short. So take advantage of it. You got a nice speed back in Carter, see what he could do, get him on the same page with Zach Wilson in this offense and, mix in the other guys.
I think initially they'll have Tevin Coleman in like big pass situations because he's going to probably know the offense, blitz pickup like that, not expose Zach Wilson. Like kind of be like the constant, the rock, like the safety blanket back there. The young guys get caught up to speed.
And even he's no guarantee. I mean, they're only giving him $1.5 million. So, I think he appeared in 8 games last year, didn't really see a whole lot of action. So I think he's got to show that he's healthy, that he can get back to the form that he had in Atlanta. And if he does that, yeah, he'll probably see plenty of carries.
So you're choking like the Atlanta Falcons prime time.
That is ridiculous.
It's kind of
it was a little burp. That's all it was.
I'm excited about the running back group, though, to be honest with you. I'm excited about pretty much the entire offense minus the tight end group. And it was funny, Woody Johnson. You see Woody Johnson's tweet today, like tight end group's going to look good. And then it's like the one was like the highlight was just funny, man. But I don't know. That's the only position group I'm kind of concerned about the most, I think, on offense. I think everything else is good.
Yeah, tight end's complete unknown. I mean, see what you get out of Croft. He should be the one consistent guy. Hopefully Griffin's back to, the 2019 version, but who knows what you get out of Herndon also.
Yeah, I like Ty Johnson a lot. I like him a lot more than most people do. He's really explosive.
Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Wow.
But I mean, like how, like even like the carry breakdown though. I mean, I don't think you're going to see a guy get more than probably 15 carries, like one back. Probably not, right?
I wouldn't think so. Unless you're, going through some injuries, you only have, 2 healthy backs at some point.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing too. It's like, it'd be interesting to see how many wide receivers they keep. You know what I mean? Like you got what, 5, you go 5 deep of like good guys, and then you go 6, keep 7, especially with the questions that, at tight end.
Well, I was going to say, can you really afford to keep 7 when you know that the top 5 are probably all going to be on the field? I mean, what are the chances that Berrios and your 6th and 7th wideouts would really get a whole lot of reps other than special teams, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I
think you have too many holes elsewhere too. I mean,
we figure you got to keep Wesco because they like him as like the hybrid tight end fullback kind of guy. Herndon, you got to keep a blocking. You got to keep a blocking tight end. That's already 3 there.
Yep.
We've
been getting a lot of comments about George Fant being that jumbo tight end / offensive tackle. So I mean that could possibly be an option there too if you're looking for a blocking tight end for your jumbo packages.
Where's Richard Sherman going to sign? Oof.
That's the least of his worries right now.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of other things to worry about right now, getting all this legal stuff straightened out and cleared and everything else. It's a shame how that's all played out. That's a very unfortunate situation. Did you see Woody pissed George Fant off and you requested a trade on Twitter?
What?
I didn't see that.
Did you really?
Did not see that. All right, prime time. You look it up.
Checking right now.
The Jets have a top 3 defensive line in the NFL.
Top 3?
No. I just can't.
Let's say Quinn Williams becomes a legit top 3 pick, what we think he's going to be, and Carl Lawson's a double-digit sack guy. Depends what you get out of rankings, I guess. But.
I mean, look at the other lines across the NFL. I mean, that's a top 3, dude.
Top 5, maybe.
Top 10, maybe. I don't know. That's a bold take. You looking up Woody Johnson? You looking at George Fant?
I don't see where he requested the trade.
I mean, I'm sure George Fant's kind of like annoyed to begin with, knowing they lost his starting spot. Now he's kind of a swing role in the last year with the Jets, but
I don't see anything about him.
He posted pictures of Becton and Moses, and Fant felt left off and said he was looking for a new city. I mean, was he joking around?
That was from like a week or so ago.
Yeah,
he made that tweet.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. John Franklin Myers, another guy that everybody has very high hopes on. You mentioned an interesting name last week. What about KJ Wright?
I'd be all about that. Coverage linebacker. You have a lot of questions at your weak side linebacker spot right now with Cashman, whether or not he could stay healthy and what you're going to get out of your mid-round rookies. So
that's a really good name, man.
Yeah. You still have plenty of money to spend. So I still think they're going to look at all the young guys that they have like the first week or two of camp and then kind of, pick and choose what direction to go from there.
Because Steve Nelson hasn't signed anywhere either, though. That's like you look at him and he's a good corner, but to him it's about money. He wasn't even bashful about it. He's like, I want to get paid. But you wonder once training camp starts, does that stance change? Like, all right, man, listen, I've been talking about money, but now it's July 27th.
Well, I actually kind of think the opposite. Once training camp starts, you figure, all right, I'm just going to wait for a team to get desperate now and give me what I'm looking for. I'm not just going to settle for less at this point. I think he might actually drag it out a little bit.
Yeah, but you also want to get in camp, start learning a defense, stay healthy. I mean, the longer you drag it out, you worry about injuries with them too then. Holdouts for corners, dude, I always get really nervous about that.
Yep, we remember that. Revis.
Oh, always.
Yep.
Talk about the corners. I literally feel like they will make or break this defense. I disagree. The pass rush should be great. I think the Jets are counting their front 7, hiding that secondary, letting them do a lot of different zones, counting on the safeties to help them out. I don't think the corner's gonna make or break them. I think they're hoping somebody emerges and stuff. I think they're counting on that Williams and Lawson and Curry and Rankins, all these guys be so disruptive that you can kind of hide these guys a little bit.
Well, you better be able to get home though. That's the thing.
That's like I'm telling you, if you're facing the Jets and they prove they can stop the run, you go to a quick passing game and try to take advantage of these corners.
That's exactly how teams are gonna, I think, attack us right from the beginning. Pass to open up the run.
Yep. Let's see. This could be. He said it thinks the same thing you do with Sherman. His price tag could go up, or he could be waiting for that first big training camp injury where it seems like a championship level team loses a prominent corner or player. Then they get desperate and they pay him instead. That could be what he's waiting for too. Because every year, dude, there's always like that first week of training camp. There's like monumental injuries for a contending team. That
or if not training camp, at least by week 2, 3 of preseason, there's always guys down. So
There was interesting, it's people wanted this to do like bold cuts, like who could be some surprise cuts for the Jets. And I think there could be some surprises at a lot of positions. At running back, you could say P. Ryan could be a surprise.
I was going to say list every single mid-round pick from last year. Pretty much, they're all I think on the hot seat to some extent, where they got to show something, or there's a veteran in front of them that's probably going to take their spot. Cameron Clark, he's got Ben Roten, Feeney, and Alex Lewis in front of him, so he's got to prove, I think, that he at least deserves a depth spot in year 2 as a 4th-round pick. James Morgan, we have no idea about. P. Ryan, we really don't know about. Even Mims, I mean, he's not going to get cut, but he's got to show a little something if he wants to be on the field. Zuniga, definitely plenty of questions. Bryce Hall, I think we're expecting him to, claim one of those starting spots as a corner, but lots of questions for these guys.
There's a lot of questions, man. And then you like people talking about the one guy was like, Bless Austin could get cut. I'm like, dude, there's no
possibility too.
This is, if you weren't drafted by this regime or brought in by this head coach, anything's on the table, man. They're going to find all their own guys what fits best for their system.
I don't even think it's a given that Herndon makes the team.
Nope. I do. I think anything on the table, especially if
he's training camp, he can get cut.
But that's the one thing that Saleh keeps talking about is accountability. Like, we want to make these guys earn it. And listen, if he's inherits a team, these guys don't have the work ethic they want, or not the locker room guy they want, or stuff like that, you're gonna be gone.
Yep.
So I don't think it's gonna be, I mean, we could be surprised about a lot of things, to be honest with you. Let's see here. Did you guys not hear about? I mean, I think the entire NFL heard about Richard Sherman.
I think everybody saw the
video
video
at this point. Yeah, I know. I think he could too, man. That defensive line, their talent level there is insane. They got a lot of very good players.
A lot of depth too.
Yep. We haven't had corners in a decade. Yeah.
I think you wonder also, not we can get back to the corners, but like with Vinny Curry, I mean, he's what, 30, 38 or something. I mean, he's up there in age. I forget exactly how old he is, but I mean, he's getting up there in age. So, if you have a younger guy that, maybe he's not ready to play right away, but you still think has some potential where, you like him long-term, is Curry guaranteed to make the team at this point?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be fascinating, man. Like, you're going to see Saleh's going to be tested, man, with the whole veteran guy, with the young, could be an undrafted guy or a 6th-round pick or whatever. It's going to be fascinating stuff, man. What's up, TJ? Guess you guys opted online talking on Zoom for Tuesday. What happened? We do this we do the same thing.
Not for Tuesday though.
Tuesday we're doing the same shit. We're gonna do this.
Yeah. We haven't done Zoom in
forever. I think if Herndon and Cashman get hurt again, I believe they both. Yeah. Well, Cashman, I don't think is gonna make it. I just don't. He just doesn't stay healthy. Thank you, man. We definitely appreciate that, Kevin. I think Vinny Curry's not. I think Vinny Curry's younger than
33.
Yeah. Cashman, I mean, that's why I was talking about KJ Wright. Like, KJ Wright's a really good player, man. So, I mean, it's interesting to see what happens. Dom Smith ties it up.
Yep. Mets are back.
After
starting to panic yesterday. Pulled that one out, though.
Let's see what else we got here. Any other questions you guys have? Fire them out. Let's see. O-line predictions. Becton, Vera Tucker, McGovern.
Tristan Hodge.
Moses.
That's a long shot right there.
Yeah, that's a.
And he was a tackle in college too, right? For BYU, yep. I think so. It's a big jump. Sam
Darnold wants to be a special guest. We'll pass on that.
I think we're good.
You have your own things to worry about. They're trying to think of like the other one saying surprise cuts, or like everybody keeps talking about breakout players or surprise players, stuff like that. There's like so many unknowns. Like, we don't know what a lot of these players are. Yeah. Like, could Mims be a breakout player? He could be. I mean, but the wide receiver competition, there's a lot of good guys ahead of him, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I'd like to see Michael Carter potentially. I mean, as a rookie, I don't know if you can call a guy a breakout player or not, but at least on defense, you have with Quinnen and CJ up front, you would think that would open up some things for some other guys. So maybe John Franklin Myers, maybe one of your rookies, at outside linebacker steps up. Yep. Plenty of opportunities at corner, for somebody to step up. So a lot of competition out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's Tyson. If you're the Yankees, do you trade for Gallo? I really don't want him. I want the Yankees so badly to try to get an attendee.
Why are the Yankees in buy mode? Shouldn't they be selling right
they take 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox. Now they think everybody back. I mean, the Yankees. The weird thing about the Yankees is Monday's show going to be YouTube? Yeah, we're going to just do like me and Primetime tonight, like answer questions, whatever else. Tomorrow night we'll bring on viewers. Just make it easier. The Yankees are just a weird team. Like they're more fun to watch when half the team is out. Like because like when Judge is out, all these guys are out with the COVID stuff. The scrappy guys, they all play like inspired baseball. They're all hungry or something like that. So it's just, but still, I'm not really sure they're in like a make a big move kind of mode right now.
Shouldn't be.
They're like another bad losing streak from just being done.
And they need to the same record as the Mets, change the makeup of their team. That's what they need to do. I mean, how many years in a row do you go to the playoffs with home run or bust lineup and it doesn't work out? You can't hit elite pitching.
Yeah,
change it up. Go with. And
it's like now Sanchez is hot, and then Glaber's coming on, but once they tail off again, we're back in the same boat again when nobody's hitting.
Yep.
It's just not fun. It's just not enjoyable to watch. And like the last couple of games are fun to watch, and Garrett Cole's been phenomenal, but it's crazy.
I'm surprised without the spider tech.
He's been lighting it up, man. Been throwing just aces. What's up, Ant? How you doing? Yeah, I'm not saying it. The Yankees are just a mess, man. They have way too many questions right now. Injuries, questions, just poor play.
They'll sneak in though. They always do.
We'll see. What else we got here? So let's see. Yeah, I mean, Brian Poole hasn't been signed anywhere yet, has he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, strange. That's really strange. He's a quality player too. Maybe he's holding out for money too, more money. I don't know. Not worth $300 million. Primetime thoughts on DeGrom being injured again.
I'd like to think that they're just trying to, keep it cautious, make sure he's healthy for the playoffs. But at this point, it's getting a little concerning.
Has there been a part of his arm that hasn't been injured yet? It seems like he's got every one of them so far, hasn't it?
Pretty much at this point. But again, he's your ace. You're in first place, so I think you want to make sure he's there for the postseason. So
what is it, like a 2 game? You have a 2-game lead now in first place?
Yeah, down 2. Yeah.
Same record as the Yankees, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And at least it's not good.
Yeah, well, the the fucking AL East is ridiculous. Let's see. What else you got?
Jake, I don't know how we can call a pitcher injury prone when he's won the Cy Young 2 out of 3 years, and even last year he was right there in it. So, say he's injury prone would be wrong.
Good job. I'm glad you cut your grass, Vinny. Thank you for sharing that. We were definitely worried about that. It was looking kind of high, man. You got some weeds too, so make sure you cut them.
Got some weed? What? Weeds.
What did you think of the draft? Rate each pick, final record this year. Well, we covered the draft a lot, but I think we're all pretty excited about it. A lot of playmakers, a lot of quality players, some power moves. The last couple rounds, I have no idea. Like, I don't even know what these players are. Like, it's just, I don't really study players that much, that far in the draft. And then the record, I'm still in the 6-7 win range. I mean, right now you can go with the draft picks. I mean, I think we're all high on Vera Tucker. We like the Carters. We like those moves. But the later round picks, I have absolutely no idea.
I'd like to think somewhere in the 7 to 9 win range, but yeah, for the draft picks, I still like the approach going offense early on. Last year you went Becton Mims, offensive guys early. This year you did the same thing. I like that. He had some aggressiveness moving up for Vera Tucker. Ideally got the best guard in the draft, so you kind of built that left side up. Should be there for the next 8 to 10 years. Good way to start building that wall in front of Zach Wilson. The Elijah Moore pick, I absolutely love that one. I think he's going to be a stud right away. And then Michael Carter too. I mean, you needed a young running back, with the a little bit of change of pace guy, a little different dynamic back there. So I really like what they did early on, and you needed some coverage guys for the defense later on. Got some guys that can compete in the slot. You didn't bring back Poole, but yeah, it's hard to really know what you have defensively with a lot of those guys yet. Yeah,
no, you guys think we sign a corner or go with what we have? Secondary is by far my biggest concern now. Their philosophy with the quarterbacks and the cornerbacks was we want to get these young guys a ton of reps to see what we actually have. Mm. And their argument is that last year with no preseason and basically, limited practice reps, a lot of these guys, you don't know what they are. So they want to have them all come in, get on the field, full pads, start hitting, and say, okay, listen, put up or shut up time, and then make your move from there. I'm concerned, but I'm not in like full blown panic mode about it. We'll see. I'm
a little bit concerned, but like it just kind of goes back to what we've talked about, like from early on in the offseason, where we knew there were going to be some holes on this roster going into the season. We weren't going to address everything in one offseason. So this is just a good opportunity for a lot of those young guys to show what they could do, even if it's not as a number 1 or a number 2 corner. If you show that you could be a slot guy or some good depth going forward, all right, at least we're identifying what we need going forward, and we still have the assets to address it.
I'm more bothered that we don't have a backup quarterback than I do about the corners. Like I'm really bothered that James Morgan's the backup. I just don't. I think it's just
James Morgan season, baby.
It just
Get
makes
ready
no
for
sense
it.
to me whatsoever.
Taking the first rep, July 31st. James Morgan.
Good morning.
Good morning, Carlos.
Who do you think the captains will be this year? Mosley,
Quinnen,
May,
yeah.
And then on offense,
Is Becton ready for that?
I don't know. That's a good question. Could be Crowder.
Who else?
Could be like a guy like I don't know. That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Offense is tough.
Yeah. What else we got here?
Zach Wilson ready to be a captain?
No. I mean, that'd be great if he was, but that's kind of a lot of pressure for a young kid, man. Everybody is ridiculously behind Elijah Moore, man. The only thing is, though, like you wonder how many opportunities he'll get in this offense with all these other playmakers around him. Will he be featured? You know what I mean? There's a lot of that ball could be spread out a lot in this offense. So
if he looks legit, though, I mean, you shouldn't have Crowder or anybody else taking opportunities away from him. You know, I get it, spreading it around. You have a lot of good receivers out there, but, you know, Elijah Moore, you invested a 34th overall pick in him. He's going to be here with Zach Wilson for the next 5 years, guaranteed.
How much money in Corey Davis, too, though?
Well, yeah, but, you know, he's going to be an outside guy. I think Moore, he can play anywhere. So there's no reason for him, at least not to be on the field, I would say 90% of the time if he's legit early on in camp.
Favorite draft pick and why, prime time? Can't be Zach Wilson.
I want to say Elijah Moore just because I do think he's going to be a stud. But just going for a later pick, I'll go with Michael Carter just because I do think it was underrated, the need for a game-breaking kind of back, and I think he can bring that early on. So I'll go with Carter.
Yeah, I mean, I like those. I mean, Vera Tucker could be a tremendous asset to this team, man. If you can solidify the left side of your line with that kind of just dominant play that opens up your passing game, the running game, that could do we're talking about, everybody's pretty much saying he's a Pro Bowl level guard, dude. I mean, that's enormous. You know what I mean? It was a power move to get him, but that could just, our concern coming into the offseason was, coming into the season was fix the offensive line. That could be enormous, man. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot to be excited about. Season almost here, thank goodness. Yeah, if anybody's going to the practice on the 31st and you want to meet up with us, we got to figure out a place because I guess you're saying Vanderbilt isn't open, which is not.
According to Google, it is still temporarily closed. So
what are they doing, man? That's crazy.
No idea. Maybe they'll be open for camp. I have no idea. But
we'll have to find out.
I know in Madison there's a couple places like a mile and a half up the road on was it 24 or no, not 24, whatever that main road is outside of Florham Park that leads to camp. So
if anybody's going to practice, wants to meet up afterwards, hang out for a little bit, then we can go to the Rise Against concert in Stone Pony prime time.
Ooh, let's go.
You gonna come?
I'm in.
Let's do it. As long as the weather's nice. I'm definitely in for that.
And calling you out.
Where?
Guess you didn't see it.
Where did you get called? Where did you get called out for?
Tyson, does it make sense not naming your quarterback a captain? Your thoughts?
Where the hell's this at?
I just posted it.
Oh. It doesn't make sense not name. Yes, it does. How about you earn it? You can't automatically just say, okay, you know what? Today Zach Wilson's like, he's got to earn it. He's got to earn it just by hard work, getting respect in the locker room, getting respect on the field. You don't just hand it to him right off the bat, man. I don't. Maybe you do, primetime. I don't though.
No, I wouldn't hand it to him.
He can be
if he shows you enough.
If he earns it, but his rookie year, that's great. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
I wouldn't expect him to get it as a rookie. But
you're not just going to say, okay, today Zach's your captain.
No.
Tyson, the kangaroos are starting to let their joeys out of their pouches. I'll try to take some video for you. Little baby kangaroos everywhere in my house. That is awesome.
It's amazing.
Let's see. I hope so. Do you think Nick Foles is a backup quarterback by the end of training camp? I really hope so, man. I really, really hope so. The Bears aren't going to keep him, man. They can't. They're not going to keep three quarterbacks like that kind of price tag on them. So
do you think Douglas is just going to wait it out? Look to just not give up any assets to get him?
I guess so. Yeah, Bears have no leverage. We will trade for Foles. Let's see. This James Morgan's on fire, man. He's
fired up. He's ready.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I don't know what I don't have to tell you. Like to hand the captain position to a rookie quarterback right off the bat in the head of training camp, maybe at the end of camp or something like that, if he's earned it and has a phenomenal camp and everybody's buying in, he's becoming a true leader on and off the field, that's great, but not right off the bat.
Yeah, let him earn it.
I would rather Captain Morgan than James Morgan. Me too.
I think we'd all like some captain.
Had that this weekend.
That should be his nickname.
Yeah.
When James Morgan earns the starting quarterback job and becomes captain. Captain Morgan.
Nothing wrong with the variety of passing options. No, that's the Jets have options on offense, man. I think they're going to spread things out. You have Cole, you have Crowder, you have Mims. I mean, Davis, Elijah Moore. I mean, you can kind of pick your poison.
I like how they complement each other too, especially in the red zone. You got the big bodies with Davis and Mims and Crowder and Moore being able to do their thing underneath. I think that'll be good. Plus
another rookie,
deep threats.
Another rookie you're talking about.
Oh, Pinnock. Yep. Yeah, him and Eccles are both the slot guys, I think, right? Or at least they should be competing in the slot. So,
Jags fan here. Just want to say you guys got a steal in Keelan Cole. Where you think he's going to play at number 2, wide out or slot? Supposedly they're going to move him around a lot. They said that's they talk about the wide receivers all being pretty versatile. I like Keelan Cole a lot, dude. I was so excited when they got him. I think he's a really, really good. That's why I thought Crowder was kind of expendable.
Yeah.
But
not flashy good, but under the radar, just good route runner, yards after the catch.
I think Jet fans are overhyping more. If he was as good as the Jet fans think he would have been taken top 10, I have high hopes for him, but don't expect him to be as good as Waddle out of the gate. Hey, we'll see.
Good wide receiver class. Guys are going to slip out of the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, that happens every year, man. How many diamonds in a rough?
Even last year, what was it? CeeDee Lamb went to, 17 or 18 with the Cowboys? So.
Guys drop all the time or just you never know in the draft, man. We have a tough year win-loss wise. Moore should definitely get all the reps. Trade Crowder to a playoff team. Curious what you guys think we can get from. We're already talking trades. We're talking trade deadline stuff.
Let's get through training camp in the preseason healthy.
We enjoy all things
our wide receivers out there. Let's see that Elijah Moore is ready to do it right away. Even Keelan Cole, if he looks legit.
We're talking about the trade deadline already. Fucking July.
Way too soon.
Come on.
Let's stay healthy first.
Man, that should cost you a shotgun for that comment. Man, let's see. Prime time is another drink.
That's my seltzer. I had too much yesterday.
Think all the picks will be signed by tomorrow? It'd be nice. Especially Moore and Vera Tucker. At least get them in camp. Oh, the Zach Wilson thing, man. I can't. Now you have it in my head. Like if we go there, dude, on the 31st, and he's not there, I'm
just turning on the live as we're walking up.
It's gonna be
keep the camera on you.
You can be like, "How is he drunk at 10 o'clock in the morning? How is this possible?" I'll be tailgating starting at 7. Oh, don't do this to me, man. What else we got here?
Just to piss you off.
That's a good call. He very well could be a captain of special teams. That's an excellent call, Brian. He is like the well-respected gamer that everybody loves. That's a really good call for a captain. Forgot all about him.
You needed a new James Hedebo type.
Yep.
What's that?
I got blocked on Twitter by who? Who blocked you? Not by me. I don't block anybody, really.
Wasn't me.
Gotta love how the Jets lied to the fan base about coming back to Hofstra once a year. I mean, you gotta be fair, man. Last year didn't really do anything, and this year it's a different year too. So you gotta give him a little time for that.
I loved going out to Hofstra.
Hofstra's my favorite.
There.
Yeah. What else we got here? This chat is going so freaking fast. I think Mosley, I mean, he's a respected veteran player, man. I think I could see that he could fill in that role right now. Maybe not. I don't know.
You wonder how hear about, I guess, for opting out, but I don't think anybody would hold that.
You guys hear about the Jags-Jets fans Twitter feud? No, I don't really care. Can give a shit about Jaguar fans, to be honest with you.
What's there to even have a feud about other than, I guess, the 1-2 picks?
Yeah, Lawrence and Wilson. Who cares? I'm in the 6-7 range. Prime time's a little bit more, possibly more going a little bit higher than I am.
Just because, again, the history of Jets first-year coaches, not that it means anything to the current situation or solid, but historically, Jets first-year coaches have, been pretty solid their first year. Even Adam Gase, that was like the worst we've been since Kotite, and that was still a 7-9 season. So I think Saleh is inheriting possibly a little bit more talent than that, and definitely at least a hungry locker room.
Young team, man, though. A lot of young players.
You have such an advantage, though. I think that first year coming in like as a complete unknown, nobody really knows exactly what you're going to do. I mean, like they have an idea based on what he was in San Francisco, but now you're doing your own thing. You're completely in charge. You get to throw your own wrinkles in there. So
Listening to the stream is making my headache go away. We're putting them to sleep, man. See that? We serve a purpose.
I don't know if that's a compliment or a diss, but
take a shotgun prime time. We need more film to study. Maybe. And thank you to Romeo too, man, because Romeo helped me out because I stuck with technology. He gave me
thanks, Romeo.
Yeah, thanks. That was perfect. Yeah. And we did not get tickets yet. That's on me. That's on me. I have an idea. Don't worry.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I know.
I've been doing my part this summer. I looked up parking.
Who has a better record this season, Patriots or Dolphins?
Go Dolphins.
Patriots. I think
this Tua is going to be that bad.
I think so. I do. Well, I think he's nowhere to get bailed out now. Well, Carlos, Tyrone just messaged me. He said maybe Wednesday's better. So I mean, I can't help you with that. Goofy joining us. That's always exciting.
Ooh, special guest.
Primetime spit up from the shotgun last week was amazing. Yes,
spit up. That's fine.
We have full film breakdown of that too. Call me crazy, but I think Elijah Vera Tucker could be solid, great at any position along the O-line. Let's let him be great at the guard. I'll be happy.
Let him get comfortable in one spot, especially as a rookie.
It's just. Would you trade Wilson for Watson? How to do it? Been a while. No more trolling. How to get you wound up? Any word on shirts? The shirts supposedly were mailed out either Friday or Saturday. So hopefully I get them today or tomorrow. Nice. I'm trying to get the tracking number for it, but hopefully I'll have them very shortly. The minute I get them, they go out. So I apologize. This is completely out of my hands. I'm a victim of the supply chain.
What about the question? Wilson for Watson?
Come on, man. What are we doing? Let's just say all things break right. What's their ceiling? Oh, I hate this question. I do. I hate it. Because you know what's going to happen, dude? Say they come out and they play encouraging football and somehow they're like 4-2 or something. We're going to be talking 10-7.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean,
so you're saying 10 wins should be the ceiling?
I hate saying that. Yeah. I mean, if Zach Wilson starts lighting it up and just it's
not crazy to suggest that a number 2 overall pick could come in right away and light it up as a rookie. I think that's completely fair. I think the defense, or at least the front 7, has a chance to be pretty good. I think the offensive line is significantly upgraded. Same thing with the weapons. So yeah, if everything breaks right, schedule's not, overly difficult. Why not 9-10 wins as that ceiling? See that
they should go back to Cortland once or just do some kind of thing up there. They kind of need to give back to all the areas they used to practice in.
They should. At least
absolutely, man. Will you guys be tailgating for the home opener versus the Patriots? Be there by 8:30, 8 o'clock.
8:30. 8:30. What are you, Giants fan? 8:30.
Yeah.
What happened to you? 8:30?
I got a lot on my mind, man. I got a lot of shit going on here. Let's see. So are the Eagles
down already.
Miami's still looking into Watson. Yeah, so are the Eagles. No, listen, we're sitting for Carolina. We'll be sitting lower level. Don't worry. I'm not worried about it.
You sure?
Yes. Don't worry.
Okay.
Listen,
the big question is Tyrone going.
Who knows, man? You're probably like, yo, bro, like maybe we can go like some other shit. Let's see. Prime time is torching you. I expect you to be online waiting for the parking lot to open. That's what we usually do.
That's what I always do.
Yep. You heard it here first. Zach Wilson's going to light up as a rookie and take us to the playoffs.
That is not my quote.
Yep, that's what I heard.
That is not my quote.
Here's a question for you, prime time. Will Lawson reach 10 sacks this year?
I hope so. You better. I know there was like the conversation trending on Twitter like a week ago about like the pressures versus sacks, like what's more important. I mean, I think like the way I compare it is like with the Corey Davis signing, like for him as a $9-10 million a year player, if he's a number 2 wideout, that's great for that price. But with Carl Lawson, you kind of took it a step further, $15 million per year. I feel like, the bar kind of gets raised with that a little bit. You're expecting him to be the guy, make game-changing plays, actually get those double-digit sacks. So if he's not a 10-sack guy, he's got to be getting a ton of pressures and, really helping Quinnen and Franklin Myers and other guys get there. And, the defense should be at least getting some turnovers off the pressures he's getting. So I would hope at least 10 sacks. Yeah.
It'd be a healthy Quinn Williams disrupting the middle and creating all kinds of chaos helps out Carl Lawson a ton.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Game Changers? I have not. Yesterday I watched what was it called? The Heist. It's about robberies, real life robberies that actually happened.
I watched that.
Yeah, with the person that they got away with the robbery in Vegas, and she gave herself up like 12 years later.
Yep,
that's wild, man.
And then the bourbon one. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yep,
that was pretty good.
That's some wild shit.
Another series I got into, what was it? The Godfather of Harlem. It's kind of like the sequel to American Gangster with Denzel Washington, the movie.
Oh, really?
Where it talks about like Bumpy Johnson and like his. Actually, it would be a prequel, I guess. Yeah, so it kind of like centers around the life of Bumpy Johnson, so it's pretty good.
I like anything with like, I like anything with serial killers or drug cartels. Completely fascinated. Like I've watched all the Narcos ones. I've watched anything with like that kind of stuff. Or the one, what the hell was the one with the serial killers was creepy as shit. It was fuck, I forgot the name of it. I remember the name of it. It was, dude, I was fascinated by it, but it was all just crazy.
I'm more into like the mafia type stuff. Sopranos, Boardwalk Empire.
I like that too. I like anything, but just
you got to watch Banshee. You would love that show.
How many NFL stadiums have you guys been to in total? Oh shit.
Buffalo, Dallas, Arizona. I think I've only been to 4. Cleveland, 5.
Shit, I've been to what? Cleveland. I've been to a lot. I've probably been like 12, 13. I've been to a lot. But the favorite ones, you know, Lambeau is just phenomenal. Dallas, the new Dallas Stadium is just next level, incredible. You got to go to both of those.
So hard coming back to MetLife after going there.
I'll bring you guys a 24-pack of Truly Lemonade. There you go.
Appreciate it, Jake. Better than Steve.
Tyrone was supposed to be tomorrow, but now, according to the text I just got, he said maybe Wednesday. So I don't know. We can't keep track up with him. I have no idea. I tried to bring the homerism out of Tyson. Come on, man. I've been good. Tyrone does exist. He's very busy, I guess. AFC is stacked. A 10-win team missed the playoffs last year. Maybe we should pump the brakes a little before we issue a playoff mandate. I don't think anybody's issued a playoff mandate, man. We're all saying 6, 7, 8 wins, competitive football in December. Like, I'm not talking playoffs at all, man.
I don't even care about the win total so much. Just show me growth. Show me competitive football against good teams.
A well-coached team
that's prepared. Yeah, and Zach Wilson making progress throughout the year. If all that happens, I think most fans would be happy.
See, show me the offense getting better from September going forward. Zach Wilson improving throughout and seeing that just well coached, able to make adjustments, game management, time management, roster management, all that stuff you want to see.
Yep.
Yeah, the Las Vegas Stadium, man. I would love to go there. I can just imagine a Jets Raiders game in Vegas. I don't think half of us would come back. We'll be in jail.
I don't know what would happen before the game. I don't know if we'd make it to the game.
Yeah. Prime time, if you watch Banshee, then you should also watch Strike Back.
I never watched Strike Back. That was always on the promos when I was into Banshee, but never seen Strike Back.
What is Banshee about?
The best series I've ever watched. So it's basically a guy who gets out of prison after 15 years. And his girlfriend / wife at the time, she made off with their heist while he took, the fall for everything. So he's in jail for 15 years. He gets out, tries to find her. She's got a whole new life set up, married, kids, all shit like that. But he wants his cut from, the diamond and everything that they stole. So he's trying to get back into that while he's in town. And this is just the first episode, so I'm giving you the synopsis. While he's in town, the sheriff for the town of Banshee, he gets shot, killed. So him and the bartender, they're like, we're 2 ex-fugitives with a dead cop here, and the 2 guys that tried to rob the place, they got shot also. So they're like, if we call this in, we're fucked. We're ex-convicts. So they hide the bodies. He takes over as the sheriff, takes the guy's badge, gets a phone call, has a meeting with the DA. So now he's the new sheriff of this town, where his wife is now married with some kind of like lawyer or whoever it is, an important guy in the town. So the whole plot is just crazy. Awesome. Tons of action, sex, drugs, everything. Best show I've ever watched. You watch the first 6 episodes, you're completely hooked.
I'll have to check it out. I placed 200 on the Jets to win the Super Bowl this year. It's
Whoa.
a 20.
That's a big bet.
That's a power move there, Joe. Definitely a power move.
If you're looking for good value, I'd rather do AFC. Get 20-1 odds. Maybe the Bills have some injuries. You sneak in that way.
Yeah, the home opener. I can't wait for the home opener. My favorite game of the year every year. Definitely the favorite one. Yeah, Banshee's amazing. Good job, Primetime. Let's check this out now.
Yeah, you would love it. Best show.
Strike Back was good. Let's see. Melvin Ingram to the Steelers. Interesting.
Really?
I thought he was gonna go to Chiefs, to be honest with you. Especially what they had with Frank Clark in trouble.
Yep. Good move for them.
Yeah.
They always make good moves like that.
Yeah. Win now team looking for that splash. They basically have all kinds of. They lost a lot of players too. What's up, Frankie?
What's up, Frank?
Prime time. Have you ever seen 10th and Wolf?
10th and Wolf. I have not. Is that a show or a movie?
I have no idea, man.
10th and Wolf. I saw Wolf. I was thinking Wolf of Wall Street. I've never seen 10th and Wolf.
Sunburnt and dehydrated equals home opener. You ain't kidding,
Sunburnt
man.
now.
What was the game? Oh, when Gase lost to the Dolphins, that day was hot as hell. That's that 2 years ago.
Yep.
Home opener. God damn, it was so freaking hot, man. It was just roasting.
That was when they were down like 21-0 at the half and started to come back, right? And then they fell short.
Competent football, wins and losses aren't a priority. Yeah, I just want to. There's just so many things you can get out of like just the way this team performs. You're coming out from the opening kickoff prepared, coming out of half prepared, making adjustments. When guys are getting injured, how you replace them. When a guy's struggling, do they take him out? Do they keep him in? All that stuff you can learn.
Just show you're moving in the right direction. It's been a decade of such bad football. Just give us that little bit of hope at the end of the year that the right people are in charge, the right decision makers are leading this team. That would feel nice.
I have not seen Warrior. I have to watch it, though.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah. I like anything about Bruce Lee. It's always interesting. Guys, for the first tailgate, I'll make sure to have either pork belly or Filipino meat sticks.
Do that pork belly.
Yeah, prime time's eyes just lit up.
Love some pork belly.
See, I don't even have a choice. I'll just go with prime time. Mob movie in Philly, very underrated.
Check that out.
10th and Wolf. You guys ready for the NHL expansion draft? I can't wait, man. I cannot wait for that. Very, very excited.
A little nervous, but I don't think the Rangers have anybody that's too good that's exposed out there. So should be all right.
The Bucks. Wait, where is it? The Bucks never beat us in our building. 0-7 all time. And then Tom Brady comes rolling along.
I'm sure he'll love that challenge.
Yep. Just need a team to look competent. That's kind of where I'm at too, man. I'm in the same exact boat. I'm excited. Let's see. Prime time. Robert Sal, $21 for Coach of the Year. Zach Wilson, $8.50. Elijah Moore.
I like it.
Just to make the playoffs 5.
Odds to make the playoffs. Last I saw, they were plus 490. So 5 to win 25, pretty good there. And Sal, I love that one because he's 18-1 right now for Coach of the Year. So a $20 bet probably wins you like $300.
Be interesting. Let's see. Competitive team. Yeah, I mean the insane show to binge. Mayor of Easttown. Let's try to check it out.
A lot of new shows out there. I'm trying to get into like something new. I mean, Godfather of Harlem. That was like the one new one I probably watched in like the last few months.
I never know what to watch, man. I kind of just try to go through the titles and kind of go through them and see what they have, and just. But now with like football season kicking in another couple weeks, then it's like I can just not even really worried about
Yep.
Live stream is mellow without Cassandra and Rose.
It's actually kind of friendly tonight. It's cordial.
Yeah, everybody's in a good mood.
Yeah.
What's the minimum production Quinn Williams could have so he won't be a bust? I mean, I don't think he's a bust now. I mean, he's been emerging every year.
But worthy of the number 3 overall pick.
I mean, he's taking his game to another level, man. He's been really, really getting better. And in this defense, he can take a whole nother step, though. I don't think he considered a bust. A bust is like Golston or D. Milner. I mean, if he doesn't make the Pro Bowl as a top 3 pick, I mean that's. But he's still a bust is like if you don't do shit, like you can't even make a tackle, or you're not even like you can't stay on the field. He's like
so is Dwayne Robertson a bust?
Right now is Quinn Williams.
Would you consider Dwayne Robertson a bust?
Yes, but then my question is this: is Quinn Williams a better player than Leonard Williams at this point in his career?
I would say so.
Right,
but
we were calling Leonard Williams a bust. It's just a disappointment because we were saying, you know what, for where he was drafted, he wasn't good, but he was a good player. Now he's fucking great with the Giants, but
Leo was getting a lot of pressures here. Great against the run, but he's getting the pressures, but he's never actually getting there.
Quinn Williams is disruptive, like a lot more disruptive than Leonard Williams ever was.
He figures out the penalties. I'd say yes, he's much better.
Oh, those fucking penalties, man. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. D. Millen or Darren Lee. Let's not go down the path of bust. There's a lot of them. I think a lot of them I have their autograph in my freaking closet. Tyson, will Lawson's play benefit Williams or the other way around?
Other way around.
I think Williams' play will benefit Lawson because Williams can be disruptive in the middle. The quarterback's got to flush out of the pocket, and then here comes Lawson to finish it up.
Starts up front in the middle. Yep. Quickest way to the quarterback.
Who's going to start at tight end? Prime time. He's bulking up. You see him right there? Look at that. He's ready.
Yeah, 5'7". Yeah, he'll be good at tight end. That's a good question. I mean, I hope Herndon can take it, but I still think there's a good chance it could be somebody from outside the organization. Could be Zach Ertz or somebody.
Tyler
Why not Zach Ertz?
Could be. If he doesn't go to the Bills, it's been like rumored like 35 times already.
Isn't your boy Tyler Eifert, isn't he still out there?
I think he signed with somebody, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I think he did. Yeah, Dwayne Robertson. That guy. He's got hurt too, though. He had bad knees. What else we got here? It was a good one. Jason Morrow. What are we doing here? We're going back down these bad names again? Let's stay positive here.
Or Darius Stewart.
I miss Snoopy too. The cool thing is Snoopy always comments my videos, though. That always makes my day.
I haven't seen Snoopy in a while.
Doesn't always agree with me, but he always like, you know what? I just like it. Just like he just comes right, keeps it real. I always appreciate that. If you could go to one game this season, which one would it be? Home opener. My favorite game, dude.
We talking home games or any game, all 17?
That's true too.
Because that first game against Carolina, I'm really excited for.
Yeah, for home games, a home opener, you can't beat it's just electric. Everybody's excited. Everybody's all fired up. Usually beautiful weather.
Yeah, everyone's so excited because that's like the one time that we have a chance to actually have some hope. And then once we get to October and November, it's usually over already.
Yeah, home games. I would say the home. That's my personal preference. That's always a fun game, man. Brady's return to MetLife, I can give a shit about that. Don't care.
I should be fired up for that one as long as we're still somewhat in contention.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Snoopy come back. Oh, Blair Thomas, another one. There's so many, man. That's the one thing we can go. Who we starting at running back? Initially, I think Tevin Coleman to start the game, like the first running back in the backfield. I think it's Tevin Coleman, and then they work guys in right after that. But they want to get the offense in flow, get everybody, make sure Zach Wilson's comfortable, and then you sprinkle in guys.
I would love to see it be Michael Carter, but I think you're right. It'll probably be a veteran, somebody with some experience first, whether that's Tevin Coleman or if they sign somebody else.
Man.
Yep.
Is our kicker on our roster? I'm saying
Maybe
no.
Not.
I don't think so. Our kickers suck.
I hope not.
I gave up on Herndon last season. I mean,
Me too.
Like a lot of us did, man. It's disappointing.
I was big on him going into last year.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of hard to have.
What would Gastineau and Klecko make if they were playing now? Klecko would get Aaron Donald money. Klecko would make ridiculous money. He was that good, that disruptive, that versatile, that good. And Gastineau probably be in that $16, $17 million a year range himself. It's a pass rusher. And Klecko should be in the Hall of Fame. It's a fucking crime that he's not. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's funny, like, oh, Jet fans should rally. We've rallied like every year for the last 10 years with petitions and websites.
To Canton, I remember all the.
Get all kinds of shit for that. It never changes.
Shame.
From St. Louis and can't wait till I'm able to make it to a Jets home game. Do it, man. If you come to a game, let us know. Yeah, everybody's excited about Michael Carter, though. Michael Carter, Elijah Moore, everybody's excited about them. Yeah, MetLife's going to be wild. Especially now, like after a year of everybody not being able to go to games and stuff like that. Dustin Keller, another good player that just couldn't stay healthy.
Too many injuries. Yep.
Ray Lewis took his soul. Ty Johnson being involved doesn't seem like a joke anymore. No, I think he's a solid player, man. Especially in this offense, they put him in space. I think it's a really good thing.
I think there was such a difference last year when you saw him and Josh Adams versus Pirine.
I'm fired up to see Julio Jones with the Titans. I can give two shits. I don't care at all about Julio Jones and Titans.
They're AJ Brown, though. That's a nice one too. Jonnu Smith.
Season.
Actually, they lost Jonnu Smith, right?
Dolphins fans. Gastineau. Guess Gastineau's doing an autograph signing on the 24th. When's that?
I saw that.
They kept tagging us. I'm like, all right, I did it. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, I get it. No, like I don't. And that's the one thing that everybody keeps saying. What do you think about Trevor Lawrence? Like I like Trevor Lawrence. Like for most of last year, we were trying to tank for him because we wanted to get him. Like I don't have no ill will towards him. Like good, like let him flourish. I can give a shit.
Yeah, he's gonna be good.
Yeah, I don't. Like I'm not. You know, I mean,
Trey Lance could actually be the best quarterback this year, just because I think he's in the best situation to succeed right away if he wins the job.
Which quarterback from this past draft will have the most success in the NFL? Hopefully it's Zach Wilson.
That'd be nice.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know. Like,
I still think it's going to be Trevor Lawrence, but
it could be. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, yeah. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is going to be also too. How do they build around him? What weapons do they give him? Does Urban Meyer stay there? Does he have a revolving door coach? Do they spend money on players around him? A lot of times they don't bring their guys back. You know, then it's like the 49ers. It's going to be interesting. I'm hoping it's Wilson.
I don't think Urban Meyer's going to work out either. I think Lawrence is going to be getting a second coach probably.
He's already come up with his fucking excuses.
Mm-hmm.
This is frustrating me. This is frustrating me. It's like, dude, you're not in college anymore. You can't pull the bullshit you've been pulling for the last 15 years. Prime time. I don't know why you wanted Fields. He's easily the fourth best quarterback in this class.
All right. If you say so. I think it was who? Was it Josh Allen? He was the fourth best quarterback, according to most people in that draft class, and now he's the best. So you never know how these guys are going to translate to the NFL.
I think Klecko for sure. Gastineau is I think he pissed off a lot of people with all his antics, stuff like that. Klecko for sure, though, man. He was just as dominant as it comes.
3 different positions.
Yep. Yeah, his sack total's high. Yeah, there's no. The Gastineau signing, I think, is in Hamburg, New Jersey. It's on our Twitter.
Somewhere off 23, I think.
Yeah, the guy keeps tagging us in the tweet. I'm like, all right. If you want to go, great. And then the other guy's tagging us that Joe Klecko's on Cameo. I'm like, all right. Like, what do you want us to do, man? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just weird. Like, okay.
I'm still mad at Cameo for Kembrell Tompkins. He didn't come through for you.
Can you guys explain to me when Herndon was ever good? His rookie year.
Yeah. 4th round pick, around 40 catches, stretched the field up the middle. Thought he was solid that year. Made some acrobatic catches.
Excited to see a solid can turn Cashman into a legit starter. But you got to see if he can turn Cashman into a healthy player. That is the guy never stays healthy, man.
Looks good though. He's jacked.
Wasn't he hurting? Wasn't he hurting?
Picture I see.
Didn't he hurt minicamp or banged up?
Something minor, I think, but yeah.
Yeah, listen, Tevin Coleman's always hurt too. There's a couple of those guys that are always banged up. Yep. I just think you don't think he won't make the roster?
I think he's got to show he's healthy. I don't think it's a given for 1.5 million.
What do you want to bet me? I'll bet he makes the roster. I mean, I think they
he probably does.
Yeah.
But for 1.5 million, I'm saying if he doesn't look good, you can still bring in somebody else. There's other veterans out there, Duke Johnson, some other guys.
Can't wait to see what this wide receiver group does this year. Yeah, I mean, this is the best wide receiver group they've had going back to like Decker and Marshall. I think this is actually deeper than that group too. They go 5 deep now, which they haven't done that in years, probably a decade.
Yeah, you had Decker, Marshall, Quincy was your third guy we didn't really know about early on, and he started to come through that year. Devin Smith early on was okay in 2015, then he got hurt. And then who was it? There was somebody else too. I'm forgetting. Robbie Anderson eventually. Because I remember in training camp too, like that was one of the things. It was like we were set at running back, and every day Robbie Anderson was just making play after play where like it became impossible to ignore.
Bring in Adrian Peterson. I mean, he wants to play again this year. That guy's like just a machine.
Not Adrian Peterson.
Yep. Don't need him, but who's looking better, the Jets or Giants in the preseason game? When they play?
I mean,
the Giants
are a year into their new coach and everything, so probably the Giants.
Yeah, they're more established at this point. Any thoughts on people being mad that Vera Tucker took Winston Hill's number? One of the best O-line we've ever had. I don't
really think too much about it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I would think that if it's, I'm sure we probably got to clear with his family. I would think, but
if he looks like shit after 2 years, though, he better change numbers.
Yep. Do you guys think that Pirine is cut or stashed in our practice squad? He's gonna have a tough time making the roster, man. I don't see it. Yeah. I really don't see it. How many running backs do you keep?
Probably 3. Maybe
3,
4. Could be 4.
4 he makes it, I would guess, right? You got Johnson.
Probably. Unless Josh Adams looks better than him.
All right.
What's up, Chris?
Who cares? He probably will at some point. He probably will do that. What training camp days you guys got lined up? Every practice?
Yeah, I have tickets for every one right now. I might be going away to Wildwood at some point, like early August. So whatever camp days are then, I might miss. But other than that, I should be there for most of them.
I'll definitely be the 31st and at the scrimmage on the 7th. I'll be at both of those. And then after that, I may try to make that joint practice with the Eagles. I kind of want to try to make that one too. That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Then prime time we'll get our credentials and be all set. So
not easy, man.
Come on, man. Make the phone call. You gotta just call. Be bold. Go big or go home, man.
Usually when emails are left unresponded, then
you can never assume anything, man. You can never assume. Maybe went to the spam folder. You never know.
Possibly. Or we're just blocked. I don't know.
What Jet games are you guys going to this year? Well, the season opener in Carolina, all the home games. And then if they play well, I'm sure I'll get tempted to start going to other road games. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I like that we're going to Carolina early on. We get the one road trip in early on no matter what. And then, if they're still somewhat good in November, December, I'd definitely like to do another one or two.
From all the playoff season you've experienced, which do you think was the best team that didn't make it to the Super Bowl? 98 Jets. To me, it's not even close.
Probably.
That was
Offense,
the best
defense,
team I've seen.
Special teams.
Coach.
Yeah. 2010, I feel like that team should have been in the Super Bowl if they just showed up in that first half. But I think the 98 team was probably better top to bottom.
Yeah. That team would have made the Super Bowl and blew out the Falcons. It
Much better quarterback, too.
Yep.
Probably the biggest difference.
Yeah.
Even though Sanchez was clutching those playoff games.
Yep. No, and then also the coach, the head coach of Parcells, man. That's just like, fuck. When is the Arthur Ave meetup? You tell us, man. You're the busy guy. Primetime's got free time. I'll make time.
Plenty of free time on this end.
Yep.
The Mets just gave up a homer. Or no, a double. All right.
I got a good one. Since we have Seattle's number first this year, how far do you think they will go? I hope they tank. I hope there's a lot of problem and disruption, and Russell Wilson keeps pulling his nonsense. And
they are one Russell injury away from probably being a bottom 10 to 12 team. So I'd like to see that. Not him get hurt, but
I love to hate the Jets. You're probably a Dolphin fan, so that's cool. More power to you. Yeah, and then you got still Jamal Adams still holding out, not getting his contract yet.
Yep.
Surprise, surprise. Yep. Yeah. And the block punt too, right before half. Oh my goodness.
10-0 at the half.
It should have been 7. It should have been like 17. Should have been more than that.
That was like my first real heartbreak as a young Jeff. I was 10 years old.
I was depressed for like 2 weeks. Wouldn't talk to anybody. So bad. The fucking I'm not gonna tell that story. Just anyway. Seattle is a playoff team. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. But they got a lot of things in that locker room going on, man. They have a lot of just like their shine is starting to go away a little bit in that team. But Pete Carroll's still a hell of a coach, though. He keeps rallying them. Let's see. Good. Scrimmage should be fun. We could tailgate for that too, I think, right? They said we can tailgate in the parking lot. Yeah, I think we can.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely set something up for that.
Tyson, do you think the 98 Jets stood a chance against the Vikings that don't botch the field goal? The 98 Jets, the Vikings, it was the Falcons. The Falcons made the Super Bowl.
Yep.
They would have won it. They already beat them earlier that season.
Falcons earlier in the year. It was their backup quarterback, though. But it wasn't Chandler. It was their backup quarterback. That team was just rolling. Steve DeBerg? Testing my memory. Was it Steve DeBerg that was their backup that year that we beat?
I forget.
It was some 40-year-old backup at the Falcons. I remember being at that game, too. It wasn't their starter.
Why haven't the Jets re-signed Poole? Well, maybe he wants a lot of money. Maybe he wants to play for a championship contending team. Maybe there's a rift with the defensive coordinator who they played together. They were together in Atlanta. Could be a lot of things, man. Maybe they just don't want him back. I don't know.
Albright knows him, so
yep,
got to be a reason.
And he didn't like we thought he was gonna make big money last year. He didn't make big money, so maybe there's something else out there. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Jamal Adams holding out is just so funny, man. It's so funny.
Yeah, they have no choice. They can't let him walk.
He knows he has all the leverage, man. You give up all that compensation to get him. He knows it. They have to re-sign him. Trade Jamal Adams and sign him back like the Yankees and Chapman. Yeah. Chapman's struggling now too, man. Ugh. Terrible. Let's see. Oh, I think he's saying if Gary Anderson made the field goal and the Jets beat Denver, who would win the Super Bowl? I think the Jets win it too. I think that year, I think they were the best team in football. I thought they were probably the best year in football the following year too, if fucking Vinny got hurt.
They would have been, yeah. That team still would have made the playoffs if they went to Ray Lucas earlier.
That was the first time in my life that I was like going into the season like this is a Super Bowl team. Like I was little Jilly saying like, and everybody thought it like the Jets are one of the top 3 teams to go Super Bowl this year. The one time I think that's probably the only time.
2010, somewhat.
But were they saying we're a Super Bowl team like going into the season? We didn't think we were a Super Bowl team going into the season though.
I thought a lot of fans felt we were contenders. You go to a championship game the previous year, you're bringing back most of the defense.
Yeah, I was so freaking confident in 99, so confident. And it's like the fucking Calvin Pryor coming out of retirement. Good for him.
Is he really?
I don't know. If he is, good for him. Why not? He's still young.
He should become a linebacker. Kind of like what they're doing with some of the draft picks where they've turned safeties into linebackers. That's what he should do.
This is a good question, especially because the contract, the numbers are slotted already. Everything's there, especially if you're a Tucker and Moore. Like, hopefully they're signed by tomorrow. Get them in camp before the 27th, man. Yeah. There's no real reason to string this out. Steven the Glove Nelson's still a free agent when every team needs quarterback help. It's not a mystery, man. He's been very outspoken. He wants money. He wants to be paid like a top corner, and he's willing to hold out until he gets it. So
it was curious that Moses only got 5.5 also.
Yep. Oh, dude, the stadium was quiet. The stadium was dead quiet.
Silent.
Yep. I went down right before half and just got 4 beers. I'm like, that's it. We're just gonna finish this one right off. And it was hot as hell too that day. It was blistering that day too.
Yep.
Went home drunk with sunburn and depressed. So, what a day that was.
Good times.
Yeah. Thoughts on Tua? I mean, a lot of pressure on him. That's a win now team down there. And he doesn't have Fitzpatrick to bail him out anymore. So he's got to play well. He's got to stay healthy, most importantly.
Who's their backup right now?
Oh, shit, I just saw this too. I forget who it was.
They signed somebody recently, right? Was it Hoyer?
Yeah. No. Oh, fucking who is it? You want to look it up? I remember reading it. But not him. Fitzpatrick is that's
normally I'm on my off-season moves. I get back on my ground.
Yeah, I mean, I was at the freaking championship game. I thought they were.
Jacoby Brissett.
That's what it was. Yeah, good player. I like him. What's else we got here? Yeah, Tua will be the reason the Finns don't win the division. I mean, we'll see.
Roster-wise, they're not far off from Buffalo, but yeah, quarterback, biggest difference.
Who's going to finish 4th in the East? So this is a Dolphins fan feeling his oats right now. And meanwhile, he knows in the back of his head he's scared shitless about Tua. He is. He knows the Bills are the class of the division. The Patriots will probably be better than the Dolphins because they'll be better coached, and they'll find ways to get things out of Cam and everybody else. And now the Dolphin fan's shitting his pants. And they want to pick on the Jets, but meanwhile, they should be further ahead of the process than we are. So flexing your muscles when you're supposed to be better is not really impressive at all, to be honest with you.
I can't talk shit about the Dolphins yet because I do think they exceeded expectations like the last 2 years as far as just how quickly they jumped and reset things from where they were with Gase.
I think next step though.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, and I'm not convinced they have the quarterback, at least not yet. So he's got
flexing now on the Jets, the Dolphin fans, like a rookie move though. Like you're ahead in the curve and you can rebuild. Like we're completely reshuffling everything. So what's the point of the So like don't choke, don't blow it this year. That's the way I look at it.
Playoffs.
Yep. Let's see. I mean, the New England's going to be interesting, man, because they spent a lot of money on veteran players. They're always going to be somewhat well coached. Cam Newton's got a lot to prove. He's playing for a contract. They got the young quarterback behind them. I think they're going to be competitive, man. You can never really rule them out. They're always going to find a way. Even like in a down year, how many games they won last year in a down year? I mean, Like our down year, we win 2 games. Their down year, they win like what did they go last year? What was the record?
I'm just wondering about like the Belichick way and how that's like still going on in New England. Like what the vibe is like in that locker room without Brady there. You're coming off, a year where you didn't make the playoffs. Like, is that still a thing? Like, does he still have that kind of effect, that kind of aura, or is there some of the other things you hear where it's not really that fun to play for New England? Because you hear that a lot too.
Yeah,
it's all business. It's not a lot of fun out there. So
until they start winning games, then everybody loves it again.
Well, if you win games, last year you didn't win games. So what are things like going into the second year without Brady? If you're not winning, it's probably not fun there.
Yep. No, we'll see. I think they're gonna be a good team this year.
I think they'll be average.
You guys see the ESPN ranking of teams based on their 3-year outlook, based on coach, front office, draft? Yeah, I mean, the Jets have a lot to prove, man. Like right now, they're in the middle of a rebuild. And there's a lot of unknowns. So we know probably more than half the media knows because we sit there and studied all day long. But I mean, they got to prove it, man. There's a lot of positivity, but positive. Like right now, it's like Salah said himself. It's one big honeymoon, dude. It's all this is. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to be much higher on a 3-year outlook because years 1 and probably even that second year, the expectations are going to be very minimal. Maybe next year, the expectations playoffs, depending on how big of a jump you could take this year. But, it's probably not until that 3rd year that you're realistically expecting, a playoff mandate type thing.
Yep. Would you be surprised that Josh Allen has a down year? I think he's good, but no, I mean, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if he had a down year. I think he is like on the verge of like being an MVP candidate at this point. I think he's that good.
He does get a little reckless at times, but I think that's also what makes him great. So
his reckless is overcome by all this stuff. The way he runs around, makes plays with his legs, makes those crazy throws, and getting him Stephon Diggs was just crucial for him, man.
Yeah, he did have a lot of like lucky bounces last year too, like some fumbles where his offensive line's always pouncing on it, things like that. So he's got areas he's got to clean up, but definitely
he's a player
guy right now.
Yeah. How many games you plan on going to? Well, you have 8 home games, 9 home games,
plus
right?
Carolina.
So 9 games because it
9.
So probably
essentially it's 10 home games because it's going to be a home game for London. I mean, at least as far as the crowd goes.
Yeah,
that's going to be all Jet fans out there.
I'll probably go to at least I'd probably say 9, 10. All the home games.
9 plus Carolina.
Yeah, and then I can be convinced to go another road trip somewhere if they play well.
I want to check the road schedule right now. See our trips.
I wanted to do Indianapolis, but that's like a Thursday night game. So that's out. I'm not going to London.
Denver on the 26th, maybe?
That's a long flight.
If we made it to Denver, we'd be at the first 4 games of the year because then they're home week 4. Obviously, we're not doing the Falcons at London. Probably don't want to go to New England late October.
I've already been there.
Indy games Thursday night. Houston would be interesting. November 28th, winnable game. That could be some fun. And then we got Miami in December. You talked about that one.
Oh, that's one I want to go to. So, yeah, I'll be doing, 11 games this year then.
And then you'll definitely be at Buffalo for the final one. When we
definitely not
playoffs,
going to that.
So
there is no way in living hell that
12.
I will
we'll
not
We'll
be
call
there.
it 12.
I can guarantee. There's not many things I'll guarantee in life. I guarantee you I'll not be in the Buffalo game. No way.
If it's win and you're in, you're going.
I'm not there. Nope.
If it's win and
you go,
I will drag you to Buffalo.
No, you go, I'll live stream it. That's how we'll do this.
No.
Where do you think Curtis Martin would stack in today's game?
Chat, I think don't let him get away with that.
He'll still be a top 10 running back. Curtis Martin's a very, very good player, man. Very, very good. Yeah. His game would translate to today's game with no problem whatsoever.
He was the kind of back though that needed that kind of elite offensive line in front of him, just because his game was built on patience and letting his blockers get out in front of him.
He's gonna be a feature back. You couldn't give him 8 carries. Like, all right, you're out now. You gotta give him the ball.
Yep.
But he was still a top level running back, man.
Yep.
Let's see. Stop hating on the Dolphins. We're a fucking Jets site. What do you want to do? Isn't there like some Miami Dolphin live stream you could join, man? Like, what do you want us to do? Do you think Jet fans are going to embrace you and praise you guys? Are you nuts? What are we doing here? The chances of the Jets building their own stadium? I wish, man.
Well, they can get out of the MetLife lease in 4 years? In 2025, I think, if they want to.
They won't, though.
I don't think they will.
What else we got here? May has a career year under the tag, and the rookies don't look terrible. Do we pay May or let him walk? The position isn't.
Might tag him again.
They could tag him again.
I'm sure he'll hate that, but
a career year though. So then he'd be what, 29 years old. Then you give him what? Then you're still back to give him a 3-year deal, right?
He might want 4 or 5 years at that point.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to Buffalo. I'm telling you right now, I will not be
Win
there.
and we're in.
Win and I'm live streaming.
Go.
You can go. You can go. Seriously, you can
What
enjoy
is
it.
this?
I'm not going.
You want to get to tailgates at 8:30 this year. Now, winning, we're in situation.
I'm not on my A game tonight, man. I'm just not. I'm just trying to get through it.
What are we doing here? I'll say it.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I tell you right now, going into that draft, a lot of people were not high on Josh Allen. If everybody's being completely honest, a lot of people weren't high on him.
And right? I'll say the same thing I've said for the last 3 years. If we drafted Allen or Lamar Jackson or whoever, given the exact same situation, we're probably trading that guy too. So
drag Ghost Pepper to Buffalo. That'd be funny. Can you imagine a tailgating with Vincent? That'd be interesting.
Can you imagine that road trip?
He brings his guitar. Oh,
99 bottles of beer going down the whole fucking way.
Can't wait to see how the safeties we drafted pan out into linebackers. Yeah, a lot of hybrid players, man. A lot of competition back there. See, corners, safeties, linebackers. Interesting to see who does what. Let's see. Darnold versus Wilson week 1. And that was funny. Like the one person was like, do you think Wilson's going to start week 1? I'm like, come on.
I hope so.
What are we doing? Let's see. Still hurt from Buffalo game. Tyson's right. That drive back is awful, man. And then snow too. We hit a friggin' blizzard. Thank God primetime is back. I was in the back seat just raging. I had no voice left, just absolute raging. Listening to Todd Bowles mumble and bumble through his fucking press conference.
And what's crazy too is we got like an hour and a half sleep probably the night before, barely if that. And I wasn't even tired at all. I was so angry, and we didn't say a word the entire drive back.
It's like, what, 6.5 hours? I think we said maybe 10 words, and there were curse words about the press conference and the interviews.
It was that, and then it was silent again until somebody had to go to the bathroom, probably like 3 or 4 hours in, and then not another word was said after that.
That was it. Nothing. It's complete silence. I tend to agree. I think that whoever the quarterback was drafted, they were just destined to fail. The way it was all set up. Let's see. Do we re-sign Franklin Myers if he has a good year? Oh, I don't know, man. We got to let it all play out. I mean, he's got a chance to be very good though. They're gonna give him a chance to succeed. That's for sure.
Yep. You got to see what the guys do behind him too, like Bryce Huff and Zuniga.
Stop making fun of Vince. He's probably burying voodoo dolls in the backyard. That's probably true. If we don't sleep tonight, we know why. He's got the.
Should be careful.
Yeah. He's funny as shit, though. Let's see what we got here. Yes, sir. We'll be there. All the mostly open days, man. Starting the 31st, we'll be there. So,
yeah, that first week of August, the only one. I have a few dates up in the air, but everything after that, I should be
definitely
there.
The 7th at MetLife too. That's always fun. If we could tailgate, I'll be there the minute they open it up. That'd be great. A nice tailgate and hang out and just. You know what the only thing is though, like that green and white practice is not what they build it up to be. It's not like a true scrimmage like they've always said. Maybe it wasn't solid, but it's not. It's like a glorified practice, man.
No, it's exactly a practice. I mean, it's pretty much the same setup. Usually, they go through very similar drills.
They don't even go live. They don't even go like full contact or anything.
No. Sometimes practices are actually a little more intense than what they do there.
Yes, we will be there. We will be there for week 1, which will be a complete. Tyrone, I'm assuming as of now, he said he's coming, but we don't know. Once we get tickets, he better.
Where are we staying?
Another good question. A lot of good questions going on right now. Well, you know what it was? I was looking up the hotels, and there's a lot of hotels downtown that aren't that bad, that are like a quarter of a mile, half mile from the stadium. But now, like, I like to have like be by bars and restaurants, have a gym in the hotels to work out. But now you're just go to Airbnb and not have, So
I'm good for whatever. If you want a hotel and you want to work out,
I like to work out in the morning. Get a good sweat the beers out and stuff. Feel refreshed.
On a road trip?
Dude. I work out every day.
Go for a run.
Keep sweating all this shit out. But I mean, there's a lot of nice hotels there, man. They're all pretty reasonable. Nothing's expensive. Awesome.
Parking's pretty expensive.
Yeah, where was that I got hit with that? Baltimore. Was it Baltimore? Or was it Washington? One of those places, one of the stadiums I went to, I stayed in the hotel. I'm like, oh, this is great. The parking was like $45 a night. I'm like, this is
holy shit.
It was insane. Yeah, it's always a scam with that shit. Who are you guys tailgating with at the Panthers game? Ourselves. So the story with that is that the Marty Lyons Foundation is having an excellent tailgate. They're going to help raise money with the Gotham City crew, but it's like a mile and a half from the stadium. So that's cool. If you guys want to do that, I think they have like food. You get a couple drinks. I'm more into like, I want to be at the stadium. I want to see how Panthers fans tailgate. I kind of want to be like near the stadium, kind of do that experience. So we're just going to get like a shitload of beer, a bunch of like sandwiches, or you want to bring your grill, whatever we're going to do. And
I'll probably bring a grill.
Kind of do it on our own, man. So we're probably just going to set up our own little shop and have a good time. So once we figure out where we're going to park, we'll let everybody know. And that's kind of it. Just kind of wing it. But like I said, Marty Lyons Foundation, they're having a really cool tailgate. I think Fireman Ed's going to be there. So that's what you guys want to do. Awesome. No shot tomorrow.
Nope.
And that he's talking. We'll figure something out with him. I don't know. I didn't respond back to his text yet.
First show
is already changing
builds
plans.
up all the hype all week.
Yep. Let's see. Do a few more here. This time flies, dude. How the hell is it 10 o'clock already?
Hour and a half. No idea. Yeah,
it's wild. Prime time. Tailgate with me. Prime time. You know you want to. As long as
after week one. As long
as Sir Purr is there. That's all I need. If the Panthers have a tailgate party and Sir Purr is there, bro, I'm leaving you. I'm out. Over there just to.
I'll tailgate with Sir Purr. It's fine.
just completely just. Let's see. What else we got here? A lot of just the Dolphins, all this Dolphin shit. You guys should get a cardboard cutout of Tyrone with little catchphrase. There we go. We have Legend down here too. Legend can replace him too. Come on, Hollywood. Yeah, Tyrone. It's you guys. You know his Twitter handle. Start ripping him. I'll start it up. I'll start firing shots at him. Get him all pissed off.
There you go.
Then somebody text, bro. Why you gotta be like that, man? Nah, we're good, man. He'll get it all figured out. It's intimidating coming on these YouTube channels, man. It's not easy.
Definitely not easy.
Yep. See, we got Afram. I know Jose's all over it. I guarantee you, dude,
Jose. His resume's in already.
He's probably already messaged us, direct message. Hey, Tyrone can't make it. I'll do it with you guys. Yep. No autographs at camp. No videos at camp, which sucks. But a lot of players.
Is that going to be like for media too? Like no videos at all, or is that just
I guess so, man. I guess so.
Because usually at least you get like the first 20 minutes or so where you can get some video. So I wonder if they're completely changing it or what they're doing.
I don't know what they're doing. Looking forward to see a positive season for the Jets under Sal on the floor. Me too, man. Big year for the 49ers too, man. Bounce it back. Hopefully you guys all get healthy. The injuries last year were wild.
Yeah.
Especially all the ones at MetLife. What the hell's my rubbing on here? It's a fucking disaster.
I can't wait for the tailgate cooking with primetime videos.
Yeah. You put up on cameras, right?
Burped.
Wait, this is a good one up here. Yeah, cooking with primetime parking lot style. A whole new video, man.
Yep. You know how I do it in the tailgate.
Yeah, see, we'll put some pressure on. Don't worry, I'll put pressure on Tyrone. Yeah, we know Legend exists. Legend was the gamer. He was actually on last week, ready for primetime. Legend's been chomping at the bit down there. He's a feisty little bastard. Let's see. If Tua ends up sucking this year, will Dolphins be in? Yeah, I think they will.
Absolutely, they will be.
They definitely will be, especially because he wants to go down there too.
And they got all those extra draft picks from the trade down.
We just started putting our Yeah, YouTube is intimidating as shit, man. Tyrone, another message. Oh, hold on. He's got a follow-up message now. What's it got here? What time can you do show? What day? What is he talking about?
It's gonna be like 5 Fridays.
He doesn't realize that we're actually on a show right now. He's like all about himself right here.
Of course
not. YouTube is intimidating, man. I'll never forget when I first put our first few videos up there, and the comments, dude, like people recognize every little thing. Like you said, this was wrong. This was wrong. I don't like your shirt. I don't like your hat. Like you can't be sensitive at all, man. Like you just go in like, holy fuck, man. You get
that's what's so hard too about like what we always try to answer all the comments and interact with everybody. So like you can't ignore like when somebody says shit, like you're gonna see it because we see all.
I go right back at him, dude. I don't give a shit. I go like I don't delete nothing. I just go right back at him. But it's definitely.
I almost think it's easier early on, like when you're starting out, just because like you don't really know any names behind the faces. Nobody really knows who you are. So you can just kind of put your shit out there. It's easier to ignore. You get less messages. And then once you start like building it up and then you're getting like hundreds of comments for every video, then it's
rough, man. Yeah. Especially if you have a questionable take where it's kind of like debatable. God, man, it is just. There is some.
Look at my feed leading up to the draft. I mean, you saw all those.
Oh, man. That's just rough. Yeah. There was some like, and then like you sit there and you're like, I'm not gonna respond. I'm not gonna respond. Then I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna respond. And then it's like next thing you know, like instantly the guy comes right back at you. Like they wait for like for that comment to come at you. Then it's like, oh. So now prime time, we have an interesting dilemma. What is your availability tomorrow night?
I'm available all night.
So what time can you do show? I'm good. He's good between 6 and 8. Would you like to do a show at 7 tomorrow? I can't. I got to train until 8. But we could do you and him 7 to 8.
Could do that.
See,
but then am I going to clear all my plans, be here at 7 o'clock, and then he doesn't show up?
Prime time.
He's in a bad cell phone area.
Well,
would you rather do Wednesday night?
No. Let's do it. No. Can you do 7? Let's see. So that'll give you guys an hour to get all this shit figured out. And then I come on, just blaze the thing to pieces. So this will be interesting.
I'll feed Tyrone questions for an hour.
Yes, we can. I was actually just messaging you with Ed a little while ago. So yes, we can definitely get Fireman Ed back on, do another interview, talk about it. He's got a lot going on him too. He's going to Carolina. You and me both. This is the most excited I've been about Jets football in a really long time. Me too. This is definitely good. A lot of exciting young players. How do you feel about the Linkin Park Transformer songs? I like them. I like most of their music. I'm really biased, man. I'm an enormous fan. And then the other band that I came on. So now we have an update here, prime time. Tyrone can do from 7 to 8:20 tomorrow. What the fuck is that?
What kind of fucking schedule is that? Who has availability from 7 to specifically 8:20? So 10 minutes before we typically start. That's very convenient.
So I can respond back. How about 8:21? Is that too late? Well, if you guys would like, tomorrow night we can start the show at 7 with prime time and Tyrone. Unfortunately, I won't get out of the gym till probably close to 7:45. I can't change that.
Works
so. For me. If you guys want to do that, we can do it. Let's do it. I'll respond to him. Typical Tyrone. Our show is at 8:30. Okay, I could do 7 to 8:20. Dennis is one of my favorite writers, man. I talked to him about the bands. The new band, was it? It's I'm really into these guys. The lead singer of Killswitch Engage and the guitar player, they have a side project. It's called Times of Grace. You guys like rock music? The first one is called Hymn of a Broken Man. That is? Yep, that's an old album. And the new one is Songs of Loss and Separation. Good stuff, man. Really good stuff.
Check it out.
Yeah. Yep. Another Scion's good too. Do like a 3-hour show. Well, if primetime wants to start at 7, you guys can do it. I definitely can't be on till probably close to 8:15. So as Tyrone starts fading out, like you two could do it. What else we got to do? A couple more. Disturbed is always good. We appreciate you guys for joining us. Not really a lot to talk about. A lot of topics we've already covered. So he could do 8:11 to 8:19. Tyrone doesn't hate it. To be honest, I think Tyrone's going to be a little bit. I think he's nervous about joining this platform. Yep. This is not.
He doesn't know what he's in for
because he's talked all that shit, riled up all these people, and now he's got to face the music. I think he's probably nervous.
Different ball game now.
It's a whole new world, man. It is not easy. Vinny can host. So now we got Vinny, we got Afram, we got Jose. We got a lot of people that were looking to just replace Tyrone off the bat. I bet tomorrow he says he can't come on. So now we got to tell him, listen, 7 o'clock, and if he doesn't make it, he gets fined $100.
That'll get his attention.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
Did you see the YouTube video of Danny Carey? I have not seen it. What is it? I'll check it out, though. I like Tool. Another person that could host. See? A lot of replacements prime time.
All right.
From 6 to 609. Perfect. I think he does, but it's intimidating, man. Joining this I know he's nervous about it. He's got to be. Yeah. I'm nervous. I'm nervous when I come on this shit.
Fuck yeah.
I'm like, what are we gonna forget? What are we gonna mess up? How's it gonna go?
You're the personality, though. I was the one who always wanted to be a writer. I used to do all the background stuff, phone calls, tweet, and everything for the podcast. So you're
the entertainment of the show. I'm like I just gotta.
No.
Yep. I'm not doing shoeies and shotguns. You got me doing film breakdowns now. I gotta be a professional now. I don't even like that.
Can't wait for the parking lot, Chewy.
I gotta check this out. I like Tool. Primetime is throwing up like Eminem before his freestyle.
Who's that, Mom Spaghetti?
So I guess what we'll do is we'll wrap things up here. Thank you guys for joining us. Tomorrow night, apparently 7:00. So then by the time I join, Primetime will probably be drunk because it'll probably be like 8:15. So we got Tyrone and Primetime 7 to 8:19 tomorrow. And then I'll join in when I get home from the gym. So have a good night.
Have a good night.